guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl D, Dimo Camiolis, jovial, gorgeous and awesome D. It's yet another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Don't ask me why I'm covering myself up. Guys, it's very cold. I told you in the last video that I live in the coldest part of Nairobi. Yes, guys. So I remember that I had said I will do a video on how to pass your driving tests in Kenya, your NTSA driving test in Kenya. And guys, I got so held up with so many other things. Said yes, I told you in the other video that I passed my driving test and I have my driving license now. Well, I have my interim, still waiting for my smart driving license. It's still yet to come. You know, it takes like 2-3 months to come. I applied for it and it's coming, and once it comes I must share those good news with you. But I have my interim card and it's still on soft copy. I've not done a hard copy of it because I didn't find it necessary. I don't have a car right now, but I can use it to drive, but I didn't think that it was necessary for me to have an interim hard copy. So I have my soft copy. I'm waiting for my smart driving license to land so that I can have it on my hands. Yes, guys. So let's just dive into it and let me give you some few tips on how to pass your driving test in Kenya. So before we even go to the tips, let's practice this. I want us to repeat it 1, 2, 3 times together. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. We used to call them the 5 P's in school. I think it was in high school or primary school. I can't remember. But that's it. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. So in everything that you want to do, guys, there is no shortcut. There is no I want to go this way, I want to go this way. No, it's a straight line, and all you have to do is prepare. Once you prepare very well, trust me, the performance will be good and the results will be amazing, guys. So how do we prepare in these exams? How do we prepare to pass our NTSA exams in Kenya? For example, first things first, you go to a driving school, inquire, register, and start your classes. So tip number 1, please don't hurry yourself. Don't go rushing. That's what I've learned. If you have a different opinion, that's nice. You can drop the comment below and tell us what you did. But for me, what I learned and what I had inquired from the people who were there before me, because you always have to inquire from people who are before you so that you can know what to do at what time and how to do it. So I had inquired. I told you last time that I knew how to drive an automatic car, but I didn't have a driving license. And when I decided to go for a driving license, I decided, no. At my age, I do not want to just go for a driving license that then I do an automatic car, because I didn't want shortcuts again. I didn't want to buy a license. It's done. Some people go and just buy a license. I didn't want to do a refresh course because it was the same price as a full course. So I decided I was going to do a full course, but with a manual car. Let me tell you guys, a manual car is not a walk in the park, but we strong women who believe that there is nothing impossible if you put your mind into it. I did a manual car, and guess what? I passed the test. I think I was supposed to show you the interim. I think I'll download the interim card and show you some other time, or rather I'll just wait for my driving smart DL to come so that I can show you. But guys, I decided I'm not going to do a refresh course on an automatic car. No. Come on, guys. Come on. So I went to the school, inquired. I was told the amount that I'm supposed to pay, the prices, the conditions here and there and here. And I decided I was going to do this course with a manual car. Yeah, so I started. What do we do the first 1-2 weeks? You start with theory. Theory classes are very important. So I knew how to drive a car, but I have never gone to a class to study theory driving theory classes. I never attended any theory classes. So what did I do? I went to a theory class and I felt that it was not necessary. But the moment we started reading about the modern town board is that board where you drive as those toy cars on the board. You are told to take this car from this place to the other place. Guys, I was going crazy. I was like, wow. So you mean I have to know how to drive on this board first before I go to drive it practically? Well, I concentrated. I had decided I want to do this thing within 2 weeks, 3 weeks maximum. But guess what? Work came and workload was so much, and sometimes I was out of town, so I was not able to do it within those 3 weeks that I wanted to. But yes, the first week was about theory, so I had to study so hard. I had to listen to my our teacher and our instructor as he took us through the theory part. The theory is like what are the rules of the modern town board, like how to drive that car from one lane to the other, what are the rules of the lane, so you cannot like move from this lane and just go this way, that lane number 1 you can either use this way or this route that way. Lane number 2 in either major road or minor road is always go straight. It's only one rule, like it's only one way. You cannot just divert or go this other way. You learn the theory first. Once you finish with the theory, you now, after I think 2 weeks, that's when you start now learning the practicals. But before that, the most important points I noted down. I've not even written anything down. I'm just giving you true story, nothing, and what we call it, uncut. Like true story, very blunt as it is, very open. What I learned from myself. Learn how to drive the car on the modern town board. An examiner will never miss that question. It will never miss in your final test, driving test. Learn how to drive a car in the modern town board. That is very, very necessary. Learn that at least the first like 5 days. Make sure on the modern town board you're very, 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 you know everything about the modern town board. The rules, the signs, the rules, the lanes, and how to drive a car, and the features of the modern town board. Number 2, know about the lanes. Make sure that you know which lanes goes where, which lane shares which lane, and which lane doesn't go anywhere. The rules of the roundabout, know them. Number 3, know about the signs. Let me tell you, an examiner can give you 5 questions or 3 questions, depending on his mood. Can give you 3 or 5 questions on the signboards or the signs on the Kenyan roads. The signs, it just doesn't follow them the way they are on the charts. It just points at this. What is this? 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 Very fast. If you don't know them, you start stammering, go out. Go back to class. Go study. My friend, like me, I think my examiner, he asked me 7 questions. Stop sign, no entry, I can't even remember all of them, guys. But yes, me in prohibitory signs, some compulsory signs, some mandatory signs, then down on now the Kenyan highways signs. I know I missed 2, but yes, me 7. Out of the 7, at least I got 5. So if he asks you like 5 and you get 3, you miss 2, he cannot disqualify you. But guys, if he asks you the questions and you miss number 1, number 2, number 3, you are done. You just please go back to class and study. So we were at the signs. Sorry. Know the signs. There's no shortcut, guys. Know the signs of Kenyan roads. Know the signs. So after now knowing the signs, you're ready now to go for the practicals. Go for the practicals. We call them in Kenya, we call them kimbelembele. Kifront. I don't know how to say it in English, but don't be that person who doesn't listen. You want to do it your way, you know how to do it, especially for us who knew how to drive before we came to class. There are those people who just want to, you feel like you already know what you are doing. So there's no need for the teacher telling you what to do. The teacher tells you, turn all the steer wheel at 8:45, like this. And you want to hold it in front because you knew how to hold it up in front, or you want to hold it down here so that you can just control it from down here. That instructor will get tired of you. And if you go to the examiner and you hold the steer wheel at what do you call it? At noon, is it noon or 12? Yeah, at noon, the examiner can disqualify you. If you hold it up here, the examiner can disqualify you. You're supposed to hold the steer wheel here on your chest, like this, across your chest. They call it 8:45. Hold it there. Then when you hold it there, it's very easy for you to control the steer wheel, whether you're going on the right, on the left, or whether you're going on front, whether you want to control the steer wheel. It's very easy for you to control the steer wheel. Another point that I learned that is very, very necessary. Not every examiner will ask you this, but even if your examiner, because as we were discussing with other students, some were saying that the examiners did not teach them that. Please, if you are going for your driving lessons today in Kenya or in another country, and if your examiner doesn't teach you this, please ask them to teach you a 3-point turn. What is a 3-point turn? A 3-point turn is this. Let's say, for example, you have done a flash parking. Flash parking, maybe there's a road going this way, like this. Let's say like this. This is the road, and then you have parked somewhere here. And you want to turn and go back to where you're coming from. You're facing this side and you want to turn back to go back this way. So with a 3-point turn, you cannot go straight this and make a U-turn because the road is narrow. The car cannot fit. You have to, my instructor told me, you have to look at your car. You have to look at it and think, or rather estimate and see if this car can turn just like this and go. If it cannot turn like this, it can't reach here, then you cannot do a U-turn. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do a 3-point turn. 3-point turn is this. Your car is facing this side. So you go as if you're going this way. You get there. You have gone to on front. Then you put a reverse gear. You go back. Then after you go back, now you go back turning the legs as if you're facing this side. Then now that time is just to go just like this and as you go straight, and then you align the car on the road. So you have gone this way in front, then back, you have reversed, then you have gone in front. So that is called a 3-point turn. It is very, very necessary. Our examiner was not asking everyone to do it, but I saw one lady that was so frustrated because the examiner told her to do a 3-point turn. Then there's another guy who was told to reverse the car, and it was in a field. Guy, you have done an automatic car. Why are you not able to reverse the car? But anyway, can't blame him. Anxiety at that field, at that place, the anxiety is up here. It's not easy. It's not easy, guys, especially when you see someone in front of you panicking and trying to start the car and it's going off. You trying to move the car is screeching and removing all those sounds, and the tires are there rolling and they don't want to go. The car is not going, or you started and it just goes off. My guy, you're already out of the picture. The examiner tells you to go back to your school and go and study. Go and continue doing your theory and go and do your practicals well so that you can come next time. Remember, you've already paid, I think in Kenya we pay 1,050 shillings for the exam. You've already paid that. So that means if you come back, you still pay another exam, because that will be another day for another exam. And if you go back to your school, they will charge you per day, or is it per hour, per lesson. They will not say just because you failed and you had cleared your fees, now just come and practice for free. No. Theory, you can do it for free, but for practicals, if you fail practicals, because now you cannot get to practicals if you failed theory. It's not possible. And trust me, if you pass theory, you fail practical, you go back to school, do practical alone. But if you fail practical, you had passed theory, but you failed practicals. When you go back to school, when you come back for the next exam, you will do the two. You will start with theory again. So if you meet an examiner who has mood swings, you're done. Yours is kaput. We are done with your story because you will have to repeat again. It's tricky. But guys, it's very easy again if you have really prepared yourself very well, if you had taken your time. Because now, you're done with the practicals, the last week before you book your exam, the last week should be for revisions. Please go meet with your team, the ones you're in class together, practice about the science, revise about the science, or revise about the modern town board. Very, very necessary. Revise about the rules of the Kenyan roads, like do not overtake, always keep do not overtake, always keep left, all those rules of the Kenyan town roads, all those things. Then practice on your car. Learn how to switch on or how to start and how to stop the car. Some of us, when you're going to start, especially I'll talk about a manual car or any other car anyway. When you like a manual car, when you're starting a manual car, first you have to get inside the car, make sure the gear is on free, then step on the clutch to the end and on the brakes to the end. Then when the gear is free, then start your car. First put on your seat belt, then start your car. Put gear number 1 and then raise your handbrake. Once you raise your handbrake and you have put gear number 1, you start raising you remove the brakes slowly and you remove the clutch slowly, then start raising the brakes slowly until the car starts moving. Just that simple. When you're going to stop the car, maybe let's say it was in gear number 2, you just step on the clutch slowly, then the brakes slowly. If you do it once, the car goes off. You step on the clutch slowly, the gear slowly, then you bring the gear to neutral. I'm saying the clutch slowly, the brakes slowly, then the gear to neutral, then you switch off your car. Then you raise the handbrake, then you switch off the car. My instructor always used to remind me, why are we stepping on the clutch? Why are we stepping on the brakes? Why are we putting the car on free gear? Why are we raising the handbrake? Why are we, all those signs, all those things, you need to know them. And the car is very easy to drive. Once you know those things, it's very, very easy for you to pass a NTSA driving test in Kenya. It's as simple as ABCD. But I will repeat again, prior preparation prevents poor performance. So guys, for those of you who are planning to go for a driving lesson and want to have their smart driving licenses in Kenya or in any other country that you may be from, please take those notes. The examiner will not ask you like 20 questions. So the examiner will only ask you one question in modern town board, one question in maybe Kenyan roads, rules in Kenyan roads and rules of a driver in Kenya, or the requirements to be a driver. Of course, you have to be over 18, you have to be sober, you have to be authorized by the government to drive. You cannot just be driving on Kenyan roads without a driving license. Yes, those are the requirements to be a driver in Kenya, or to drive on the Kenyan roads. And then the signboards, you'll ask you one question on the modern town board, one question on the rules and features and requirements, like maybe 3, 4, 5 questions depending on his mood, again on the signs of the Kenyan roads. Then you go to the practicals. Please make sure you smile. Please make sure you dress officially and dress neatly, not kind of officially, but smart casual. Smell nice. Don't go there smelling like someone who has not bathed for 2 years. Smell nice. Smile. Don't go there getting gloomy and looking disrespectful and so gloomy. The examiner looks at you. By then, there's a guy we were with. She started the car, it went off. We were in this because we were being tested, like 5 of us in one car. But the examiner still passed her because she was so smiley, she was so happy, she was so humble, she was so friendly. You see, sometimes your bad attitude will land you into trouble. I always tell you people, be good, be nice to people, it will not cost you anything. But when you go there gloomy, looking so gloomy, be disrespectful to people, sometimes the examiner asks you, sometimes they provoke you. I remember he provoked me, our examiner provoked me. I don't know what he told me. I told him, no sir, it's just fine, God is there, those things. If someone provokes you, like even if you are quick to anger, like some of us, even if you're quick to anger, if someone provokes you in such a place, please maintain your calm, be cool, and be humble and be respectful. I'm telling you, that person, even if he had bad moods, even if he had bad intentions to fail you, that person will not let you fail. So that's all I had for today. I don't make this video so long. It's already 20 minutes, guys, but I think I have given you some tips, very good tips for you to pass your driving. And don't be like D. D is over 30 years, and this is the time I'm getting my driving license. Of course, I knew how to drive. I could drive someone's car, but it was illegal. Let them not find me. Let them know that I was driving without a driving license. But yes, I would love to. I started driving straight from high school. That's when I started practicing with people's car. I would go to those people who have fields and start practicing from there. But I want to tell you today, if you're young, if you're over 18 years and you're allowed by the authorities or by the government to drive a car, please go and do your driving license. Actually, the guys we were with, I think the kids nowadays are so ambitious or focused about these things, because the kids we were with in my driving school, they were 20, 19, 21, 22, 23, and some of them were old. Actually, when we went for exams or for our driving test, I saw some people as old as 50, 48. Someone told me, a lady told me she's 48. There was a guy who was very old, like older than my dad. I think he's 60 something. But I think they know how to drive. They've been driving for so long, but they didn't have a driving license. So guys, don't be like me. Don't be like those people. Please take your driving license as early as possible. It's a requirement. It's a necessity. It's a very, very important document. You know that. Even with a Kenya driving license, even if you go to places like Dubai, UAE, you would use that license for 1 year. If I'm not wrong, yes, for 1 year, you can drive it for 1 year. If you go to places like Canada, I've been following my friends who are in Canada, you can use it for 6 months before you receive for exam for a Canadian driving license or UAE driving license. So it is very important for you to have that document. And another document that you're supposed to have, I will tell you this as I close. It's a passport. Please have yourself an international passport. Why don't you have an international passport yet? Please tell me why. What's the reason? What's the excuse? Please have yourself an international passport. You never know when this might come and they need you just to, God works in mysterious ways. This might happen and you are required to go out of the country. Yeah, and you need that international. Of course, you will not fly without your passport. So please have your passport ready, have your driving license, do these other small courses. We said this year we are developing ourselves. Do some computer lessons if you're not you don't know how to operate a computer or a laptop. Do those small courses. There are some other small courses in Google. Please make use of them now that they are free. Some courses are very free. Please make use of them. Develop yourself. Learn a skill here and there. This was not the video about that, but yes, I've told you those tips and I've told you what you're supposed to do, and I will see you on my next video. Please, if it's your first time here, this is Dee. Here we are always happy. We always bring you very informative things here. We encourage you, we educate you, we give you very good tips on how to juggle in this life. Please do not forget to like, share, and leave a comment, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are growing and I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for holding my hand, and thank you so much for keeping here at this. And for my returning subscribers, You know how I pray for you guys. May God always increase you. May He enlarge your territories. May He bless you. May He give you good health. And may God always be there for you. Continue being here, and I will always continue praying for you because I want us to grow together. This is your channel as much as it is mine. We started it on a very, I don't know what to say, but God has brought us this far, and God is taking us far. May you thrive in whatever you're doing. Please don't forget to like and share and leave. I always told you guys, I always tell you, please leave a comment and encourage me. Encourage a sister. I'm trying. It's not easy, this thing. I thought making all these videos and doing all these things is easy, like the way people see the actors and actresses on set and they feel, this thing is easy. My friend, when you get there, that's when you realize that this is not an easy task. It takes the grace and the efforts and the sacrifice and everything. So guys, leave us a comment, leave me a comment, encourage me, and you will be blessed. So with much further ado, I will wish you a good night. It's night. Yes, you can see the environment. It's night, and I will wish you a very good night and a very, very awesome, prosperous, fulfilled week ahead, and we meet next time. Thank you and ciao.